Hi everyone, I'm Andra and I'm one of European Bauhaus program mentors, and I'm here today with Chris. Chris is the founder of Gardens for Good. Hi Chris, nice
Hello.
to meet you, nice to see you here. Can you tell us more about the place where we are meeting today?
Yeah, of course. So today we are seated in front, on the rooftop of a nursing home in Paris, where we built a food garden for elderly residents who have Alzheimer. So it's a very specialized garden because everything is thought in a very simple way and very nice way, so they can actually garden themselves and in complete safety. And they really enjoy these gardens. I'm very happy with the result. And we are in front of the strawberry plants.
This is great to hear. Thank you, Chris.
And the sun is back.
The project sounds very interesting. The people are very happy with the project. The residents are very happy to be here, and we know this project is very successful. Can you share some tips about how you made this project a success?
I would say that the reflex when you start a project is that you want your project to grow, you want some enthusiasm, so you want to say yes to everything, and you receive lots of requests. And we discovered that it's actually, like many times, it's actually necessary to say no to many requests, or else your effort is going to be diluted. You're going to forget about what was your mission. What is your mission? For example, here our mission is to help the Alzheimer residents to make their own food garden, grow their own food. And if we had said yes to all the requests we received from other people, then this garden would not even exist.
Thank you, Chris. So don't forget about your mission, and sometimes you have to say no.
Yeah.
My next question is about how do you make this project sustainable throughout time? How do you ensure that your project doesn't stop after your first season, for example? What can you share about this?
The solution we adopted here is that we try to depend as least as possible on money, to not depend on money, because if you don't depend on money, then it's a lot easier to last for long. You don't need to look for lots of money every year. And if there is an issue that you don't have money at some point, your project is not going to die because it's designed to not depend on money. So for example, in here we identified the biggest cost in growing food. So the biggest cost in growing food are first the cost of the land, you need some space to grow your food, the cost of harvesting, and the cost of sales. So in our case, we for the land we skip the cost because we partner with a nursing home who had an available rooftop, so we don't need to pay for it. We grow food here without paying anything, and in return the residents can grow their food for free, so they can eat all the fruit and vegetables for free, so it doesn't cost anything to anyone. And then for the containers and the dirt, so the containers we made them we recycled some trash to make the containers. And for the dirt, we did not buy or import dirt. We made it ourselves with the waste from the kitchen, so all the kitchen scraps and the leaves that fall in the fall in Paris. So it's completely free. Then for the harvest, we don't have any cost in harvesting because we don't harvest anything. That's the residents who come and pick up the fruit and vegetables themselves to eat it on site, so there is no cost. And lastly, no cost of sale. Like, we don't need a cashier, we don't need a commercial system to sell the food because we don't sell it, it's free. So it's just an example to see how we can just instead of finding money to finance these major costs, we just find other ways to do it that eliminate the cost. It's like turning problems into solutions.
That is very interesting. So if I would sum this up, it would be: don't depend on money, reduce all unnecessary costs for activities or sales processes, re-employ, recycle. This is a very good way to not be dependent on money. And also, I would say make it a fun activity. Enjoy the time you're working and spending on this project. My last
True.
question for you, Chris, is we know this is a pilot project, it's a pilot site, and I would be curious to hear how are you planning to scale up this, this initiative, scale up for more impact? What can you tell us about this?
So for the scaling up, it's a very good question. We have not scaled up yet because it's a new project. We just started this winter. So the plan is to first simplify as much as possible this pilot site to make the concept even more efficient, which means that we would produce even more food with less energy. So because we really want to have the concept that doesn't waste resource. We consider that it's very important to protect the resource. And once we have the most efficient project, then next year the plan is to actually disseminate information that would help people start their own food garden wherever they can. So we're gonna do that global communication campaign next year. So that's how we plan to scale up in the most efficient way.
Thank you so much, Chris. It's very good to hear about your plans to scale up. I wish you all the best. And thank you for listening to us. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Chris. He will be happy to share more insights on the Gardens for Good project.
Thank you. And if you want to see more of this garden, we try to do at least one video a month to show how it evolves, like how it evolved from the beginning and how it will evolve in the coming months and years. So don't hesitate to watch these little videos. I'm gonna try to make them as short as possible.
Thank you.
Thanks.